Hello there, Algebra 2 fans, and what we're looking at in this video are dealing with rational expressions and proportions. And so as always we try to do a recall. And the recall here is that if we know that a over b is equal to, let's say, m over n, then what that means, if we essentially cross multiply, is that an is equal to bm. So here's an example. Suppose we have 20 over 8 is equal to x over 4. What that means is 80 is equal to 8x, and that means x is equal to 10. So this is pretty simple stuff. So let's look at a couple of examples. This is much easier than some of the work that we had been doing. So this is really an introduction to very, very simple equations involving rational expressions. In the next section, we'll look at more complicated types of equations. But here, all we do, again, is cross multiply, and what that gives us is 20 is equal to x minus 3 times x plus 5, which is the same as 20 is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 15. And if you remember, when we're solving these kinds of equations, which are really quadratic, second-degree equations, we have to get 0 on one side. And so we do that by subtracting 20 from each side, and here's what we get. And then what we try to do, using the zero product rule, remember that, is we factor. We get an x and an x, and 35 is going to be a 7 and a 5. We want it to be a plus 2, so this is a plus 7. That's a minus 2, and so therefore x equals minus 7, or x is equal to 5. Okay, so lots of little steps in there. It's a kind of interesting question, but that's the solution to this problem. So here's an application, a word problem that involves proportions. So read it, and let's try to figure this out. So how tall is the real train? So let's let h equal the height of the real train. And what I can do now is simply write that scale. 1.2 inches is to 2.9 feet as 5 inches is to the actual height. Okay, so then I multiply, cross multiply, and I get 1.2h is equal to 5 times 2.9. And if you go ahead and you divide both sides by 1.2, you get h is equal to 12.083 feet. And that's how tall the real train is. All right, very simple question. Okay, one more section to go in Chapter 7. See you back here in a little while. Bye.